بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا انقطع الدم من الحيضة الثالثة ل10 أيام انقطعت الرجعة وإن لم تغتسل. And if the blood cuts off from the third haze for 10 days, then the rajat cuts off, even though she didn't make ghusl yet. وإذا انقطع لأقل من 10 أيام, and if it cuts off for less than 10 days, لم ينقطع الرجعة. Rajat doesn't cut off حتى تغتسل أو يمضي عليها وقت صلاة كامل, until she takes ghusl or one complete salah passes upon her. Right, so that will mean now one salah becomes qaza. لأن الحيض لا مزيد له على العشرة, because haze doesn't increase over 10 days. فبمجرد الانقطاع خرجت من الحيض. So the mere cutting off of blood after 10 days, or merely or the moment you go past 10 days, she comes out from haze. فانقضت العدة, the iddat elapses. وانقطعت الرجعة, and the rajat also cuts off. He can't make rajat now. وفيما دون العشرة يحتمل عود الدم, and in less than 10, then the returning of the blood is possible that she bleeds again, right? فلا بد أن يعترض الانقطاع بحقيقة الاغتسال. So it is necessary that the cutting off is supported with a proper ghusl, أو بلزوم حكم من أحكام الطهارة بمضي وقت الصلاة, or with the becoming binding of a law from the laws of those women who are park, by the elapsing of the time of the salah. So you need to support, when it's less than 10 days, you need to support the cutting off of the blood with something, either with a ghusl or either with a salah becoming qaza. You understand it? Right. بخلاف ما إذا كانت كتابية, contrary when she is a كتابية, لأنه لا يتوقع في حقها إمارة زائدة, because no extra sign can be hoped for in her right, or can be expected in her right, because she won't have a salah to make, or no salah can be binding upon her, and she don't have ghusl to make. You understand it? So no extra sign can be expected in her right. فاكتفى بالانقطاع, so it will suffice with the mere cutting off. So in other words, in her case now, if you marry to a Kitabiya woman and her and she's observing iddat, and the third age cuts off and the blood cuts off after say 7 days, then the raj'at cuts off, right? Then the raj'at cuts off. Yes, if she gets again after that, that means the raj'at is still valid, because she's still in the haze. But if it cuts off, then the rajat cuts off. وتنقطع إذا تيممت وصلت عند أبي حنيفة وأبي يوسف وهذا استحسان. And the rajat will also cut off when she makes tayammum and she recites salah according to Shaykhain. And this is istihsan. In other words, when she makes tayammum, she made now tayammum and she made salah. Now you can't make rajat. وقال محمد إذا تيممت انقطعت. Imam Muhammad say when she just makes tayammum, then rajat already cuts off. You don't need to make salah also. وهذا قياس, and this is قياس. لأن التيمم حال عدم الماء طهارة مطلقة, because tayammum in the condition of there being no water is a general taharat. It does the same thing that wuzu does. You understand it? حتى يثبت به من الأحكام ما يثبت بالاغتسال. So much so that that which is established with ghusl is established with it from the laws. In other words, whatever you can do with that ghusl now, you're supposed to make ghusl, she's supposed to make ghusl, no water, so she made tayammum. She can do everything that she could have done if she had to make ghusl, right? فَكَانَ بِمَنْزِلَتِهِ, so it will be on the same rank as ghusl. وَلَهُمَا أَنَّهُ مُلَوِّثٌ غَيْرُ مُطَهِّرٍ. Shaykhain say that firstly, tayammum makes you dirty and doesn't cleanse you. You put sand on your body. You understand? It makes you dirty, doesn't cleanse you. وَإِنَّمَا أُعْتَبِرَ طَهَارَةً ضَرُورَةً. ضرورة ألا أو ضرورة طهارة ضرورة ألا تتضافع تضافع واجبات. Right. However, it is considered as a taharat out of necessity, so that the wajibats don't pile up. You understand it? So, in other words, why did we say must make tayammum and make your salah finish? Because if you're not going to be allowed to make tayammum, then all your salahs will become qaza and you'll have a lot to make. You understand it? وهذه الضرورة تتحقق حال أداء الصلاة لا فيما قبلها من الأوقات. And this necessity is only realized in the condition of the fulfillment of salah and not before it from the times. In other words, when would you really need to make tayammum now? Because you need to make salah, right? والأحكام الثابتة أيضا ضرورية اقتضائية. Right. Then the question comes about that uh, uh, you have now many other things that you can also do, right? Besides salah. So why are you restricting it to salah only? Why are you saying? Because look, she could make tayammum now, and then she can read Quran. You understand it? She can do other ibadats, and yet she didn't have to make salahs yet. She could do other ibadat. So they say the other ahkam which are established also is out of is in the ziman, or you can say in the process of salah, in the out of the necessity of the permissibility of salah wa tayammum. You understand it? How? Because if you look at Quran, you need to also recite Quran in the salah. You understand? So even though you're allowed to read Quran there, right? But it's actually established because it is necessary to read the Quran in salah. You understand it? And what else is there? Ammal masjidu fali'annahu makan. And as of you can enter the masjid now, right? That's because you need the masjid for salah also. You understand it? So all the other ahkam which is established is also established because it is needed for salah. You got it now. So makila yanqati'u bi nafsi shuru'i. Then it is said that the rajat will cut off with the merely starting in salah, according to Shaykhain, right? Wa indahuma uh, according to Shaykhain. Wakila ba'da al-faraghi. And it also said after completing the salah, لِيَتَقَرَّرَ حُكْمُ جَوَازِ الصَّلَاةِ, so that the ruling of the permissibility of the salah is fixed. You understand it? So there's two calls there, that when exactly is the right of rajat cutting off. So one call says, what the mere starting in salah. You made tayammum and you started your salah. And the other call says, once you finish your salah, so that we know, so that that salah is done and a valid salah. And that would mean wasallat. Leave it till there.